All right. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mayomi from Neats Customs Creations. Welcome to my YouTube channel as well as my tutorials. So in this particular tutorial, I'm just going to start off with showing you guys how I create some of my designs for my trays. Here I use Design Space, which is for the Cricut. Um, but I'm just gonna show you just one of my basic designs as I'm working on one of the orders. And on this particular one, it's my surviving fatherhood, but the customer on this particular one, she does want to switch it up a little with the wording. So that's what you guys will be seeing me do, a little of the word changing in this one. I'll show you how I go through a print. And then I'll come back and show you in a second video how I assemble everything as well as how I mix my epoxy and things like that. All right, so just to get started, in this particular one, it's just standard. You just create text over here. You can, if you got pre-existing projects or if you have images, you can add text right here, add shapes, or you can upload items here as well. So on this one, like I said, this is one that is a design I already used. So I'm just going to hide it. I know what text I already used. So I'm going to just re-add more text. You can choose your different font sizes, line spacing, everything up here in Design Space if you are familiar with it. For this particular one, I used, I think, the Bernard Sands, excuse me. So I'm going to do that, and let me see. Okay, yeah. So this is the text that she wanted. I copied it directly from my Etsy shop. Um, that what she requested. So with Cricut, you do have different options in regards to your sizing and everything. Everything I print for my trays, I try not to extend it out past like the 5.5 mark and the 8-inch mark. I try not to go past those two. That's my thing. To make sure it stays within the rectangle trays. So like say for instance with this one, see it's like right inside. I don't let it go too much further. So I always use that as my basics just to make sure that I'm sizing this correctly. So she wants it to say just trying to survive fatherhood one bud at a time. Um, So that's basically what I'm gonna do with this. I have to think add fatherhood. I may have it already in here. I have this so many times, but most of those are welded already. So I'm just gonna add another line in and type in fatherhood um, into there. So I'll move this up. And then I will edit this. So the way you edit anything, Cricut, just double click it and it should pull up this box. Um, When I'm doing the trades, I like the letters to be capitalized. I don't know why. Something like this. Um, so with the size of this, I mean, to me, it's kind of small. Um, so the way you can make it a little bigger is to unlock it. Over here with the little lock pad, you would unlock it and you can stretch it out a little, just to make it look bigger per se. Um, So I'll just basically leave that like that size is good. And so I'll move that up a little, about right here, so I can see how it's going to look if I go out a little right there. And then, so with the fatherhood, I'm going to make that bigger because that is the main thing, is that he is a father. And then I'll again stretch it out a little just so it can look a little bigger. Um, and then I'll show you how to do everything all together. So I would center this about here because, again, like I said, I'm creating this particular text and design based off a customer's request. Um, I'm actually going to take survive from up here, and I'm going to put it with fatherhood. And I'm going to make this T lowercase because I play with it, because if I don't like something, honestly, my husband will tell you I won't send it to my customers. I have to make sure I like the way it looks first, especially when it's not a pre-existing design. So I definitely will also just drive myself crazy until it is correct. Um, Now see, this is really spaced out, and I don't like how much I space. So here, I would come up to line spacing to bring these a little closer. Um, I'm very picky, I'll say. So let me move this one out of our way, because I'm not right. So, right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this one, because I'm gonna more than likely make this one centered, a little more centered now. Um, and I'm gonna make this sit in the middle as well, because everything will be more so centered now. And then again, I'm just gonna keep doing this spacing on this until I get it where I want it, because to me it's just too far apart. So you could just click the down arrow on the line space, or you also have the option to go in and type in it, the line space. So now it's going into the negative, because again, like I said, I want it to be a little closer. You could do it that way, or you also have the option of unlocking it, but to me it messes up all the lettering when you're doing it that way. So I just try to do it like this to still try to get it as centered as possible. So we got that, just trying to survive. And then again, I'll lock it back and just still. So I'll just do to try to move it quicker is to do -7. That doesn't do it. I'll go like to 15. Um, so let's do -2. Let's see how much more. To me, that's good at a -2. So once I do that, I'm gonna move this up underneath it, and to me, it looks pretty good. My weed leaf, pretty much once I put it on the tray, I mean, it should be fine. But everything, let's see if we slide it over, because I want to make sure my wheat leaf is the correct size when I'm putting everything together, because again, this is a different design, so I want to make sure that it fits on here perfectly when I'm doing it. So I have to make sure it's within the 8 to 9 inch range, because when I put it on the tray, it has to be able to fit completely on the tray as well. So again, this is about right close for it to fit on the tray and everything, which I'll probably put the wheat leaf down here when I actually put it on the tray. Yeah, I'll sit about right there. So what I'll do just with this particular design, she's only getting the tray and the ashtray. These are for my lighters, so I'm just going to hide those, and I'll hide the one for the stash jar as well. So I'm only going to keep the one for my ashtray, and then the one for the tray itself. Excuse me. So the way I'll get everything to print properly and look nice still, actually I think I might try something. I'm going to duplicate this, because my original set does not have a wheat leaf on this side. So I'm just going to, like I said, this is a customer request. She just wanted the wording different. So I'm thinking that might be nice. So I'll do it like this. I'm gonna design it this way for her. So just even those out. I'll have it sit on this line and have this one sit up on this line, so that they'll be even. But basically, this is how I come in and I design. Oh, it's outside the line. That's why it's doing it. So I'll make these a little smaller. Let's see. I'm going to delete that one. And make it about the same size as this one. And I'll duplicate that. And put that one over here. Alright. So that one looks good to me. Again, the only reason I'm having to do all this again in terms of recreating this is because it's a custom order. She wanted to change the wording around some, so I am playing with it a little, to make it still look nice, because it's not my original Surviving Fatherhood tray. She changed it around on me. So I always just try to go through, make sure everything is lined up really good before I group and all of that. Group everything together. Alright. So that's about centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click on my mouse. I'm going to hit control. And I'm going to click on all my sections of all my lettering. And I'm going to come up here and hit group. That groups everything together. With that, if you don't want your vinyl, like anything out of place, generally what I'll do is, because everything's together, even though you group it, you have to attach it. I'm not going to weld it, just in case someone wants to add anything else to it at a later time. I will just attach those. So it's going to print out exactly like this. The weed leaves will print out, and I'll just have to actually lay them on there in the correct spot. But this is basically how it's going to print out. Once I'm done, I'll just come up here and hit make it. And again, see how it is there, the way that it's going to actually print out here. So I'll do this. I'll put in the color. She wants black actually anyway, so that's good. I'm gonna put my vinyl on my sheets, and once I get everything cut and prepared to put on the tray, then I will come back and do another video. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Down at the bottom, click like, subscribe, share with everyone, and I'll be back soon. Thank you guys.